Ideas are free. Execution is the fee. A little bit of a rhyme there in that one, but we're going to talk today in day 16 on the Daily Reps podcast with me, Brendan. You're going to talk about how the market rewards execution, not ideas. So every single person, you've probably heard them down your local, down your pub, and you've probably heard people saying, "Oh, I really want to do this idea. I really want to start this business. I really think this would make a lot of money. I really think that, this thing is a good idea, whatever it is." And most of the time, 90 odd percent of the time, all these people are just chatting, just dreaming, just thinking it would probably. And the thing is, they're probably right though. It probably will be a good idea. It probably would be a good business. It probably would make money. But they don't execute. They just talk about it, and they just dream about it, and they think it's going to become real. And I think everyone's a little bit guilty of this at times until you realize that action is the key that unlocks the door to that dream that you had or that idea that you had. And every single person have ideas, but it's these ideas that motivate you and compel you enough to start and to follow through with that. Those are the ones that are successful. Those are the ones that go, do you know what, I've had this idea and I really like it. I'm just going to grab it and run with it, and I'm going to take action today, and that's going to compound tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And when they couple that repetition of I'm just going to do a little bit every day with speed of implementation, you can't really help but deny them success. It doesn't matter what it is. Take Gymshark for example. He started the company in his house, printing t-shirts with money I think he cobbled together, probably from down the back of the sofa to buy a t-shirt printer. And he went, I really like this idea. And he just started, and it was never perfect to start with. It was a really terrible idea that anyone could have done, but he just decided no, there was something that needed to be done about this because the shirts weren't fitting right. And then he went to his local gym and gave it to some guys, and they endorsed it. And then he gave it to and then started posting it out to influencers. And then and by the time they showed up at their first, I forget the figures, but it was something crazy. Like they run out of stock within the first few hours of this big fitness expo, and sold out everything and made 250 grand or 150 grand or something ridiculous. So just from a few hours, because their marketing was so good and because they'd just fueled that fire and acted quickly, but also acted like most people just think about it. Say, oh, this t-shirt doesn't really fit well at the gym, or this vest top would be better if it was cut like this, and I think there's something that can be done here. And instead of actually thinking about it and going ahead and doing it, then they just sit and talk about it with their friends and then move on to the next day and go into work and carry on with their lives, and nothing ever changes. So action and speed and repetition are the keys to success every single time. And you hear success stories from successful people probably all over social media and all the rest of it, and every single one says the same thing. They start with nothing. There's very few that start with money. They start with nothing, and they just build, and they just never stop, and they're fast to execute as well. And they're like, yeah, I had nothing. I had 50 grand debt. I had whatever it was. I had no car. I was sleeping in my car. I was homeless. This, that, and the next. And next thing you know, they're driving around in £1 million worth of car, or a few hundred grand's worth of car, and got a few £1 million house, and they've made it. But they had to do the hard graft to get there, and they had to start from ground zero. So with that being said, done is way better than perfect. Perfect doesn't exist, and the quicker you realize that, I've just launched the website for my marketing agency. I've rebranded it and relaunched the website, and there's loads more I can be doing to it and make it better. But it's an evolution over time. You need to realize that you just need to get it up, even if it's a one-page landing page, which is pretty much all it is at the moment, and that's fine. That is absolutely fine, because I can upgrade it as I go down the weeks. It doesn't have to be perfect now, because it's never going to be. It's always going to be an evolution. And so done is better than perfect, and action is always better than theory. So if you have this idea and you're motivated and you're compelled enough to do it, just start. It doesn't matter where you start, just start. So tomorrow we're going to chat about discipline being the shortcut. You hear everywhere, this is the shortcut to success. Well, the fact is there isn't really a shortcut, but if you're disciplined, it's pretty much a good shortcut. So we're going to talk about that and kind of reframe what this success shortcut really means, because to be honest, I'm pretty sick of hearing this is your shortcut to wealth, this is your shortcut to success, this is your shortcut. No, shortcuts don't really exist. You've just got to play the long game, be disciplined, take action, and do it quickly. That's it. But we're going to talk a bit more about that tomorrow. So, closing rep for today. Whatever it is, whatever you want to do, whether it's start a business, whether it's do a new hobby, maybe it's just something silly like talking on stage. Maybe it's, let's say you want to face a fear. You're scared of spiders. Go and pick up a spider. You're scared of talking on stage. Join a Toastmasters or an event where you have to talk on stage and say, look, I joined this event because I want to talk on stage and I want to get over the fear of it. So just go and do it. You're going to be shit, and that's okay. You're going to be crap to start with, but it doesn't matter. Keep building every single day. Again, daily reps. Whatever it is. Post it, ship it, launch it, start it, whatever it is today. No more procrastination, no more thinking about it. Just start and do it. And once you get that one step, you're going to want to do the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And it compounds and compounds, and then your confidence grows, and you feel great. So that's closing rep for today. Just get it done. And excited for tomorrow. If you have enjoyed this, if you've got some value from it, if you're here, drop a comment and like it and follow and all the rest of it. But if there's someone you think might find it valuable, then by all means share it with them as well. I'm doing this every single day, so we'll be here tomorrow regardless. But that's all for me just now.